Hello, and thank you for stopping by. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. If you are not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when new videos arrive. I am awful sorry that I have not been making videos like I had. I've taken a long hiatus. COVID, the Omicron variant has just popped up. People are getting sick and sicker by the day. So I haven't really felt much like making videos lately, which is not fair to you guys if you do enjoy them. But for those that are just my subscribers that don't pay attention to my videos, and if you happen to glance at this one and you have any ideas for videos that would work, a topic that maybe you want to talk about, or maybe you'd like to do a video with me where we can chat about stuff and things of that nature, that would be great too. Anyway, my mom's in Missouri. My son is in Iowa. My sister is in New Orleans. My other sister is in Missouri with my mother, and her grandkids are there too with her husband. So I don't really get to see my family much. Normally I talk about politics, the rights. I talk about things that are going on in local and national. I usually give my opinions on how I feel. And a lot of times my videos are not very entertaining. Well, today it's not going to be very entertaining either, but I want to change the subject a bit. And I want to talk about artwork, the arts. I'm an artist. I've been an artist ever since I was a little kid. Me and my sister were in foster care when we were very, very little, before we became adopted to the family that we have now. I don't know much about my birth family, other than the fact that my dad was Native American and he was in the Marine Corps, and my mom had issues, and she wasn't very straight when it comes to being able to take care of herself. She needed a lot of help. But my dad loved her, and they stayed married as long as they could. And my dad's passed away now. But my birth family, my dad's passed away too. My mother is still alive. She lives in Missouri. So anyway, ever since I was a little kid, I was an artist. I loved artwork. I loved to draw. It was a good way for me to get myself out of where I was at, and I could take myself to almost anywhere I wanted to go. Then, after I got adopted, me and my sister, we were fortunate enough to be adopted into the same family. After I got adopted, several years later, I started to bump into my dad's adult magazine collection that he had. And I was very young at that time, 8, 9, 10, 11, somewhere around in there. And my dad sat me down and told me a couple of reasons on why those magazines should not be for me at the time. He said, for one, I'm too young to buy them. I'm not 18. And two, I don't understand what the women are doing in the magazine, and it's possible that I would get the wrong idea. So my dad explained it to me, which gave me a very, very high regard and a lot of respect for women, no matter what your job is. If you are a model for a magazine and you pose nude, you are an actor in a sense, and you are portraying a particular character that is not you when you get home. I do pinup art, and I love women, and I love artwork. I do pinup art, and I do portrait art. I love scenery. I love landscapes. I love to look at them, but I've never been able to draw landscaping very well. I love portraits of animals, wildlife, but I've never been able to draw them. They're just boring to me. People, on the other hand, have a personality that I can connect with. I love for people to see my work when I'm done and see the expression they get. Now, I take photographs of women and people that I use for my work. I'm not a great photographer, although my photographs are good enough to where I can use them to do good artwork. Back when I was doing a lot of artwork when I was younger and I lived out in Los Angeles, I used to have a lot of women model for me. Of course, I didn't have a good camera. I was young and barely maybe 22, 23 years old when I was out in California. This is back in the early 90s. And so my lighting keeps going off. Hold on. There you go. So it was back in the early 90s, and I had models coming out the years. I was a street artist when I lived in Los Angeles, along with 4 or 5 other artists. And we would sit there and draw people on the street. We had our own little spot. Basically, it was an enclave and where a building was at, and we would sit there and sketch people. And we charged $5 for a 10-minute sketch. It wasn't perfect, but it was good. And everybody on that street charged the same price. And if I was overbooked and I saw my friend across the street didn't have nobody, I would send people over there. Now, sometimes you like artists and their work, and you're willing to wait. Other times you just want a portrait. So I would send people across the street to my friend, and he would send people to me, especially if it was color. I don't do color very well. I can do color now with my digital tablet, with my Samsung Galaxy Tab S4, and I can do color work now, but I prefer pencil. I love to draw. But back when I was doing a lot of artwork back then, and I had a lot of models modeling for me, if I would have had these equipment that we have now, the apps that we have, the digital cameras, the cell phones even, they have some cameras that are as good or better than some digital cameras. For the type of work that I do, my Galaxy Note 10, which is a few years old, so is my tablet, but it works. And I do some marvelous artwork in there. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to break and show you some of my work, which will be throughout this video here. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and leave a comment. If you want to hit the bell icon, that'd be fine too. It'll notify you when videos come up. My videos are sporadic, but I'm going to be trying to do better videos between now and whenever, because I'm feeling a little bit better and I really just have a lot to say. So if you have an idea for a better video or something that I should do or make my videos better, or if it's don't do videos at all, please get off of YouTube. We can't take you no more. I'll take that under advisement. Anyway, I'm going to let you go on this note. Remember, make tomorrow better than yesterday by doing the very best we can today. It's a new year, 2022. 2021 is gone. We have another chance at making ourselves and the people around us a little bit better and a little happier. Have a good afternoon, America, and all points beyond.